Hi, this is Pat Pitt coming to you to introduce to you the next series that we're going to be doing from my personal journal and devotional that I've been using for the past couple of months by Mashawn Evans Daniels called Believing Bigger. And so for the month of October, we're going to be discussing blessing blockers. But first of all, I want to thank you for your amazing support in the series that we've done so far. We've been talking about identity. We've been talking about purpose. And so we're going to talk about blessing blockers this month. It's going to be focused on that, on how we block our own blessings by our attitudes, by our thoughts, and by our behaviors. There are 10 of these series that we're going to, 10 of these episodes that we're going to be doing. And I have some doozy testimonies that I'm going to share with you about how I blocked some of my own blessings until God got a hold of me and helped me understand what I was doing. So blessing blockers are like walls that we put up our own selves and keep what God wants to give us out. The devil can't block our blessings. Why? Because what God says is blessed is blessed. But we can block them by our behaviors and by some of the silly things that we do. Join me in the month of October as I discuss in detail how we do that. These are some of the topics that we're going to discuss. Number one, we're going to talk about self-doubt, ways that we sabotage our own blessings with doubt. Number two, isolation, fear of trusting others and walking in solitude. Number three, we're going to talk about comparison again. We discussed that a little bit in our series 4 when we talked about identity. And we understand that comparison cripples courage, clarity, and confidence. Number 4, we're going to talk about indecision, waiting for the perfect timing and walking in fear. Number 5, facts. Believe it or not, facts can be blessing blockers. So walking by sight and not by faith. And we say to ourselves, we're going to be it when we see it, but that's not what God wants us to do. That's a blessing blocker. Number 6, hoarding, holding on to what used to be, not letting go of old things and trusting God for the new. Number 7, distractions can be blessing blockers because we find ourselves distracted by fear and paying too much attention to what is not important. And we find ourselves looking at the green grass instead of looking at God. And we talked a little bit about how we can get into trouble looking at the green grass. Number 8, people pleasing, settling for protocol, perfectionism, and being affirmed by others. Waiting for other people's permission to pursue your God-given purpose is a blessing blocker. Number 9, unforgiveness. You cannot move forward if you're looking backward at what was done to you. You have to look forward to what God has placed in front of you. And like Mary said, go get your blessings. Then the final one, number 10, is shrinking. Discovering that self-image is what God says about you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. And so we're going to talk about don't settle for anything less. We're going to see you in October as we come back and talk to you about blessing blockers. And so let's end this with this prayer. Lord, help us as we look for the reasons why our blessings are not coming to us as you would desire. Help us to walk and believe in bigger because we serve a big God who can do all things in us and through us because Jesus Christ lives in us. So we see you in October as we begin releasing these episodes on blessing blockers. We have one final one we're going to be doing. That should be coming out on Monday in our final series on identity. So look forward to seeing that one. We will see you in October as we start talking about blessing blockers. God bless you. We will see you then. God bless.